Most High. Last days, always been a protector. These were times we living in. Love the warm, I could rap about me all day. I'ma blow that trumpet, I'ma keep my people in the spirit. You ready to be a pilgrim on the earth? You ready to put them seeds in the dirt? We got 20/20 vision, we alert. While we in the tribulation, keep them first. You got basketball dreams, let it go. Hey, we in the end times, let them know. These people gon' really make them sell his soul. Hey sir, take this vaccine or hit the road. This awakening the real true virus. The 12 tribes waking up, we was silent. To go to city they gon' desire. Them lockdowns coming back like the wire. Evil you serve the beast, serve the father. You love your life or you'll die for the arbor. You in them cities, keep a dog for the robbers. A famine is coming, that's a problem. Ain't to the church folk, ain't no rapture. The pastor done got you. You make it through the tribulation, Messiah come after. Okay, till left to a city, the father about to get busy. Destruction coming to many, I change, Father forgive me. Our daughters gon' be in mourning. Why is heaven no husband? Dying all in these wars, race wars is coming. Get your soul right with the Father, so you won't feel that lava. Judgment coming harder. 2nd Ezra 15. Speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth. Thus said the Most High, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Verse 4, for all the unfaithful should die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, said the Most High, I will bring plagues upon the world, a sword, famine, death, destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Verse 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draw nigh. And one people should stand and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Verse 17, a man should desire to go into a city and should not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. Verse 24, woe unto them that sin and keep not my commandments. Thus said the Most High. Verse 27, for now our plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them, for the Most High shall not deliver you, because you have sinned against him.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom, family. I just want to let you know, everyone know that we're back. Got a 2-week ban from YouTube. But that's all right. Sometimes when you're preaching the right stuff at the right time, the enemy can't take it. You know, they went back deep, deep, deep to find some stuff that wasn't even relevant for today to give me a strike, but that's all right. This is their medium, but Yah is in full control, so we're not going to be worried about a thing. I'm trying my best to work on a backup channel on another platform. Stay tuned for that. I'll give you some more information. But I just wanted to say shalom, and we're back, and we got to catch up for some lost time. I'm going to put in the description some of the lessons that we have put up since we've been out, so that you could follow along and basically see what you've missed. Give me 1 second there, family. Yes, so what we're about to do, especially these coming days, as I try to play catch up, is to go over some scriptures again prevalent for this time. And I just want to encourage each and every one of you, no matter where you are, to stay prayed up and to stay faithful to Abba Yah. These are the season where people are just dropping like flies. They're dropping out of the assemblies, and they're just dropping dead on the ground too. We're being sifted like wheat. We have been sifted to and fro, and the enemy is no respecter of persons, black or white, rich or poor. He's just looking for souls. So you have to stay steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of Abba Yah. And don't let nobody take you off your crease. You know? Especially the witches. Oh my goodness. I know every moray, every assembly have to deal with a witch. And the witches don't look like they used to, you know. They come like sisters. And they come preaching the word of Abba Yah, but give them time. It's always going to be all about them. And them have a problem with somebody else. And they'll do everything to attack your ministry because they want to be where you are. And that's one of the reasons why I did the last lessons I did with projection and reflection. It's a sermon that I heard from Pastor Darby, and I just had to touch on it. It was too powerful. Because a lot of times we project the thing that we don't like about ourselves onto others. You know? And witches are good at that. Deceptive and manipulative. Narcissistic. I don't want a witch around me. I don't want nobody tall coming to tell me that they get a word from Abba Yah that he didn't tell me. They're always the ones that tell you, oh, God told me to tell you. Run from people like that, family. Run from them. But we're moving. I don't even waste time talking about a witch. We're moving on. And we pray that the witches move on too. And you just go where you feel comfortable. Don't come here. Because we're going to expose you. You know? And if we don't expose you, the spirit will run you. You think you live on your own accord. No, it's the spirit run you. You don't belong here. Let me explain something to you, see? My ministry is geared at waking up the Caribbean people. My second is my scattered Hebrew brethren across the globe. I love all of you. Especially the Negro. That is who my ministry is geared at. So if you're offended when I speak about the other nations and the judgment that is pending on them, don't come here. Go somewhere else. And nobody can tell me how to preach. Nobody can tell me how to be kosher. You can't. There's no time I ever tell anybody I'm a prophet. But you can't tell a man of Yah preaching, thus saith Yahuwah, what to say, how to say it. Just look at this. You start to talk hard and they shut you down. Because it's the truth. They don't want to hear it. People spew lies on these mediums all the time. Racist rants and all kind of thing. But the minute you start to talk about the truth, you're enemy number one. And it's not just from without, no, it's from within. I am hard upon my own people. Because sin's serious. And hell is forever. There's no do-over. There's no reset button. There's no do-over. There's no reset button. Is that you're in the kingdom or you're in Sheol? Is one or two places. There's no middle ground. There's no purgatory. I don't care what they preach. And you got to make sure that you're on the right side. You're fighting for the right team. It's not black versus white. It's not high skin versus light skin and dark skin. It's not even rich versus poor. It's not country versus country. It's holy versus the ungodly. It's holy versus the ungodly. In fact, one of my favorite verses is 1 Peter 1:16, you know. Every time I feel like as if I'm losing track. This is the text that keeps me keeping on. Gird up your loins, the lines of your mind. Be sober and hope to the very end. Hope to the end for the grace that is brought unto you at the revelation of Yahusha HaMashiach. Revelation of Yahusha HaMashiach. As obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lusts in your ignorance, but as he which had called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation. So when you have witches around you that try to talk down other people in your group, belittle you and your ministry and think that they know it all, run them, you know. Have nothing to do with them. Because we're even supposed to be holy in our conversation. All manner of conversation. Why? Because it is written, be ye holy for I am holy. And if ye call on the Father, who without respect of persons, judge it according to every man's work, pass the time of your sojourning in fear. A which accuse me of fear-mongering. A which accuse me of fear-mongering all the time. I know my ministry, you know. I'm a watchman. My job is to warn you. I'm going to tell you 50 sharks coming when there's only one shark. And I'm lying to you. But if I see trouble coming. Because the idea is to make sure that you are safe. That you are properly warned. But we live in a time today where everybody wants the truth on a nice little platter called ease and comfort. You want the truth with love, you say. But how is it not loving to warn you that the shark behind you and it coming to eat you up? Move a little faster, you're wasting time. Huh? Move a little faster, you're wasting time. But no. You think that everything is going back to normal. So you have time to live anyhow. You have time to live anywhere. When Abia done talk to you, relocate, get out, move. Stay away from evil. Keep away from... And when you see people, all they want to do is to cause trouble within, put them out. We have fighting going on outside and you want to fight within. This world is becoming more evil and more wicked by the day, by the second. You don't see people dying. Because they're not going to tell you that on the news. You don't see people suffering and starving. They're not going to tell you that on the news. When you turn on the TV, all you see is about Amber, this Johnny Depp rubbish, Ukraine. That's all you see. But the real news is happening is that this world is upside down. People are suffering. People are dying all over the place. Hundreds of thousands of people die every day. It don't matter the cause. Those are souls going somewhere. No man can die without the decree from the Father, you know. So that the Abba allow all these hundreds of thousands of people to die every day. It's judgment. And you want to sojourn and pass the time in not offending nobody? This is why Abiyah say, woe unto who offenses come, you know. You know what I'm talking about. Woe unto offenses come, you know. Do your sojourning here in fear, for as much as ye know that ye were not redeemed with corruptible things, as silver and gold, from your vain conversation received by traditions from your fathers, but with the precious blood of Hamashiach, as of a lamb without blemish and without spot. You got to be perfect. You got to strive for perfection. Because this salvation cost him everything. Nothing less than his own life. Blood. And so, I just want to tell you, family. You think I go ease up? Oh my, I go, and I'm preaching today. Just want to let people know we're back. And I go ease up. I'm going harder. Every time I give a disclaimer, people don't hear the disclaimer. No, they just hear things that they can't swallow. The truth is a bitter pill to swallow. Here's the facts. Abba, you're coming to destroy Gentile nations. One specific one, Babylon. The other nations are going to be there, you know. They will get their judgment too, you know. But like every time I talk about destroying Babylon, it's a problem. When I'm talking about Abba coming to deal with the house of Israel first and clean up ourselves because Abba coming to judge us first, nobody have a problem with that. When I'm talking about our own people, how we lack certain disciplines and we need to pull up our own socks and be holy because he is holy. Nobody have a problem with that. But the minute you start to speak about the reason why Yahusha is returning in the first place, to exercise vengeance, is who going to avenge? Win? Is who going to avenge? Is a nation of people, you know, that stole his nation, that oppressed his nation, and I go ever stop preaching that. So if you have a problem with that, go and subscribe. Go watch your business. Come back. Because at no time I preach no hate. No time I preach anything concerning that Gentiles can't come in. Can't be grafted in. Because we're supposed to love everybody. No matter the color of the skin. But there's going to be judgment on the nation. You can't stop it. I can't stop it. What you want me to do? Pretend? It's to warn the Gentiles. Listen, time is short. Just like we warn the Hebrew people. Time is short. Get in the house now. Get right with Abba now. But some of you want to put down your own people. You have no love for your own people, but you have all the love in the world for the Gentiles. but you don't love your own. Like, we don't have enough problems from slavery. We don't have enough baggage from slavery. It's always easy to dismiss your own. I'm sorry, I'm not as worried about the Gentiles as I am about my own people. Because we're the one who were behind for 400 years, lost for 400 years, abused for 400 years, spit on, everything derogatory you can think about. That's us, my people. So my heart go out to them first. That not gonna ever change. I don't care who vex. So most of my preaching is geared towards them. And so every now and again, when a lesson of judgment come in, everybody have a problem, including you too. I spend most of my teachings, most of my time talking to my people than anything else. Because we have enough issues, we have enough problems within, and we're trying to be ye holy as he is holy. We have no time for no petty fighting and no fighting within. People have problem with you, and you don't know they have problem with you until they're gone, because they're weak. And this is a kind of weak mentality that we're trying to change among our own people. If we're a family, we fight together, we stay together, we rise together, we fall together. But ultimately, we're together. That is what the body does. The eye can't say better than the nose, and the nose can't say better than the hand and the foot. Well, I'm going over here, I'm doing my thing over there. Gotta stop that mentality altogether. So now we're back. We're on a mission. We're going to continue this mission. It's more than just waking up Jacob. It's warning them of the impending doom to come. Because Abba, you're coming back. And it's to encourage them that they're special. Oh my. When everybody calling you bywords, you are special. This is why we come hard at you, because much is expected of you. To whom much is given... To whom much is given, much is expected. You're due, you owe. You owe the Father everything. So while I'm back, I just want to let everyone know we're going hard for ya. We're going to be instant in season and out of season. We're going to reprove and we're going to rebuke. And we're going to exalt with our long suffering. You got to learn to tarry with people. I have no time for people that can't tarry with people. Because Abba, you tarry with me. So people that love to throw at people, boy. Especially without a cause, you're not family. And then when you want to come and sow discord among the brethren, you're a witch. You got to go. We have no fellowship with witches. Make sure in these last times, these last days, that we learn to shore up the fences, We learn to shore up the fences. There's so many things happening around the world. There's so many things happening around the world, and we just want people to know that there's a voice out there that can explain the madness. Unfortunately, because the sky is not falling, because many of our people, everybody look for a sign, they're looking for a sign. Imagine I want after this blood moon. Don't give no dates, no give no time. It's not gonna be normal. There's so many abnormalities happening around the world, but you can't see it. Because they're not gonna make you know. They're not gonna tell you until the sky starts to fall directly over you. And then all of a sudden you're saying mercy. Yeah, it's a wicked generation. Look for a sign, you know. But go ahead. Think that nothing happening. Keep on believing that no judgment on the way. Keep on believing that your nation is not the nation that's going to be judged. So don't show up the fences. Go live normal. And say that you're working for Yah and doing Yah's bidding. And you're out of time and out of his will. Go ahead, continue. I'm begging your family. I'm begging your family. Now is not the time for us to take our eye off the prize. It's the kingdom. It's Zion. We're looking to go home. We are looking to go home. It's time to go home. Whether it's a couple of years from now, whether it's 12 years from now, we long for the kingdom. We're looking to go home. We want to go home. We are fed up with Babylon. We are fed up of the lies. So every day I do my sojourning in fear. That any day now, Abaya show up and I'm ready. Tal. Will my works burn up in the fire? Will Abaya look and find faith within me? You think I worry about the Gentiles? No, I worry about me and my people. That's what I'm geared at. And I worry what's going to happen to them. Because their faith sealed. Those who are unrepentant, their faith is sealed. But you see my people, I'm most concerned about them. A lot of them are still sleeping. A lot of them need to be woken up. They're your family. They're my family. You have your prophets up there wherever you are. You have your mores up there wherever you are. Go and listen to them. But as for me and my house, we will serve Yahuwah. We will do what he called us to do. Wake up the family. Wake up the family. There's a lot who's still sleeping. And when you wake them up, not just dash them away. Not just throw them away. Because a lot of people waking up from many things, many lies, many deceptions. People think, oh, I just start coming on YouTube just so as I wake up. No. It took me years before I can even say, thus saith Yahuwah. Because you have to learn. You have to unlearn. And you have to make sure that you have the calling of Yah. But many of you want to tell the Murray what to preach, how to preach, and when to preach it. And nobody call you for nothing. Eh? Too much witcher on the place, man. Too much witcher on the place. Nobody call you for do nothing. We're in a time where truth is relative and everybody have an opinion. Not wrong with that. You're entitled to your opinion. But when you start to malign others so that you can make yourself good. This is how I was preaching about last week, projection. But as soon as I preach that, the witch show up. Projection and no reflection. As soon as I preach that, the witch show up. But it's all right. You have your time in the sun now. That's it. Because I'm not going to be talking about this again. But may Abaya start to show us the way forward. Without looking back, without fear or without favor. You can't be preaching and worry about the people's feelings. No. I tell you, hell's serious, sin serious. Hey, when we start cutting here, we even cut ourselves. There are times when after I don't preach, I have to go down on my knees and bawl murder. Mercy, Abaya. Where that word come from? If you're not in the cutting business when it comes to the scriptures, don't waste your time, because we're sick people. We are a sick people. We are a sick nation. How I know this? Because if my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray. This is why we're sick with no pride. We are sick with pride. That's the number one thing that keeps us down and keeps us bound. So the minute we humble ourselves and pray and seek his face, is then we get healing. Only then. Not before, but only after we humble ourselves. And people want to attach words like, oh, I'm just doing this in love, and you don't know what love is. I'm talking to you with love, and you're not showing none to nobody. You have art with people, and you don't confront them. Eh? You wash your mouth on them and then leave, and then talking about you doing God's will. Man, let me tell you, look, I will deal with you. I will deal with you. But my prayer is that, look, for those of you who are faithful and looking forward to this word, the very few audience we have, I don't have much people watching me, I don't care about no fame. But for the few people that we have that are encouraged every time I come on, that Abba will bless you and keep you and make his face to continue to shine upon you and be merciful to you. Because we have one goal, to be holy. Every day we battle to be perfect and to be holy. Every day, because Hasatan is consistent. Persistently consistent. Hasatan don't have no day off. Especially when you start to name the name of the Father and you're looking to walk like his son. He's not going to ease up from you. He's not going to tell you, oh, let me take a little break now. No, he's consistent. If you don't send one person today, you send another person tomorrow. If you don't send a bad word for you today, another word will come tomorrow. It will come from your friends, your families. It don't always look like your enemy, Your enemy don't always look like your enemy, Ask Yahusha, who had 12 disciples and one of them was a devil. Oh, boy. You see, when you start to realize that your help comes from Yahuwah, you humble yourself. You're not better than nobody. You're not above nobody. You learn to tarry with people. You learn to be long-suffering with people. Because it's the same how Abba is with you. This mindset that if somebody doesn't fully agree with you that they're your enemy is just rubbish. This mindset where if somebody doesn't, walk like you walk with a certain way, or the certain way in which you walk, they don't like what you like, it's a problem. Listen, so long as the foundation is Hamashiach, we're good. So long as we share the same core values, we're good. Hey? So you can sing and I can't sing. That's a problem. What happened? I might have more fervency and a more zeal for being holy with the scriptures than somebody else. What's the problem? What's the problem? Man, we major in minor things. And the reason why I'm on this thing, family, is because every ministry has to go it. And my heart goes out to all those mores. Whether you have a little WhatsApp group, a little Zoom group, where you're meeting in person, because look, when you hear we come together, we meet all kind of people, we meet all kind of spirits. And it affects us. It affects us. especially when a witch come among you. You know, I laughing, because I used to see some of these warriors that they always have to be told, oh God, you couldn't deal with that outside. You couldn't deal with that in-house. You have to don't bring a business. And I'm never going to bring my business in public. But I'm sure you can tell that I was dealing with some stuff. So I'm so glad for this little sabbatical from YouTube for a while. So I could go deal with this in-house matter. But at the same time, it's an epidemic in Israel where we have so much problem within because people don't want to get along, Everybody wants to hear their views. Everybody wants their opinions to be at the top. And nobody wants to submit. Nobody wants to submit to the word of Yah. And you're just hoping and praying that people get it, We're here for a short time. We're here for look, it's even shorter than you think. For the time you pass 20, your life done, Because people stop counting birthdays after they reach 30. Hey? Your life done. We're here for a short time. So why are you not sojourning in fear? Why are you always bickering and fighting for rubbish? Why are you trying to tear down your own brother, your own sister? For what? And you're so ungodly, you can't even confront them. You go and talk them behind their back and poison people in the group. Just poison people. Abia hates people that so discard. Because the family unit is the strongest structure in the spiritual realm. This is the very thing that Satan comes to destroy. Because the stronger you are as a family, Abba blesses that union where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name. I'm there, I'm in the midst. That's what he said. And he's exalted in this presence. His name is exalted in this presence. So you got to be very careful when you want to tear down your brother and your sister. And the enemy, we don't just look and just laugh. Like, mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. Oh boy, if I could just come on YouTube and just drop a sermon, I'll go where I go and just minister to people, and that's all I had to do, I'll be happy. But I know Abba called me to do something more. And I'm just praying that y'all will just pray for me too. Abba keeps me in a state of humbleness, where I'm long suffering with people too. Patient with people. But I will never be patient with a witch. Abba say don't even suffer a witch to live. I'm praying that all of us were involved in any kind of sorcery or any, because witchcraft is not just you're making spells, you when you speak evil of someone, that is witchcraft. And you speak evil unjustly, that is witchcraft. Then you go and gossip and make it permanent. Now that is witchcraft too. I'm holding back no punches today. Make sure you know you say before you say it. And you take the time out to type all your rubbish. That's recorded now in the Shamayim. Forever. How you tear down your own sister and your own brother. We have a lot of repenting to do as a people, as a nation, and as a group. The objective is to move together, man. Come let we move together. Move together in love and in unity in Hamashiach. Now, if Hamashiach is not the common denominator, the only cause in which we move, I'm not moving with you. And many of you showing that you're not his because you don't have no love. You don't belong to him. You don't. No, you don't. Because you have no love for your brother. Ah, my goodness. But listen, maybe this is Reflections Part 2. I'll put in the description the last lesson that we did. The last lesson that we did. I'm trying to see if I can upload it on this channel as well too. But we're back, and we're going to come and we're hitting hard. The objective here is for us not just to expose evil, but we need to find a way in which we all could live a righteous and holy life every day. Everything that we need to live holy and righteous is right there in the scriptures, you know. So if all we have to do is just to open the Bible and just say, thus saith Yahuwah, we good. I don't need to pull up no current events to tell you what's going on in the world. The world as we know it is coming to an end. That's all the news headline you need. There are other channels for that. There are other platforms for that. Go look at those. But if you want to deal with heart, soul matters. Heart, soul matters. According to the scriptures, this is the place to be. This is the place to be. Because when you meet Yahusha, He's not going to be concerned about how much knowledge you have of world peace and and how much knowledge you have of science, how much knowledge you have of different degrees that are out there right now. All Yah is going to want to know is, do you know my son? Do you have a relationship with him? And did you do everything in your power to resist the devil, that he fled from you? Were you holy as he was holy? That's all he cared about, you know. So I don't have nothing else to preach on this platform but that. If that's boring to you, if that is too hard for you, because sometimes I come off harsh, I will never apologize for it. I don't mean to offend nobody, but I'm going to always preach the truth. If I err, tell me I err, man. Do it in a loving way. I don't always know everything, but I do my best to make sure I'm aligned with the truth and I walk down the exact path that Abia wants me to go. I keep my feelings out of it. This is the most emotional I've ever gotten with anything about anybody. Because there's too much work to do than to worry about people and their antics and their ways. People come, people go. You just got to deal with it. People attack you, people love you, people hate you today, love you tomorrow. You just got to deal with it. All Abia wants us to do is to be instant in season, out of season. Be consistent in what we do. And we're here to shine a light on the evil, shine a light on the deception, and look for lost sheep, especially those who are of Israel. And again, I make no apologies for that. I don't hate no Gentiles. I don't despise. Look, I don't have no time for that. Never preach that on this platform. I preach judgment to a nation. Whoever in the nation, that's your business. Because Abia said to come out from among them and be separate. Oh boy. Oh boy. Come out from among them and be separate, and receive not of her plagues. Is that you believe that or you don't? That's your business. That's your choice. Abia gave us the freedom of choice. But you can't determine your own facts according to your feelings. The Bible said judgment coming. You now I can stop that. It's like, oh, well, you don't have to talk about it so much. That's your business. If you don't want to listen, close your ears, go somewhere else. Because many people have come and said, look, man, goodness, you put the fear in me. I got to change. When I hear that, I'm not doing my job. And with that, I want you, family, to continue to pray for me and my family, because the devil is after us. Because it's not a lot of people just cut like, oh my God, it's not a lot of people on YouTube, but there are very few. And I give honor and I big them up. And I'm not gonna call them by the name. They know who they are. Very few people speaking the truth and cutting it down the middle. Very few. So when you are speaking the truth, the enemy set up camp to destroy you. A lot of you don't even know what's going on with me personally, but that's all right. Abba holds me up every day. By his grace and his mercy, I'm held. But I just want, family, the times are short. Please stop wasting time. Learn to redeem the time and learn to sojourn this hour in fear and trembling of Abba Yah. Love him, cherish him, but do not forget to fear him. This is a reverence where you have inside of you that you will not sin against him. Most of us fear the devil more than we fear Abba Yah, and that's wrong. The devil can't do you nothing that Abba Yah didn't sanction. He works for him. All the devils in them work for Abba Yah. It's Abba Yah's throne you should plead and beg to on a daily basis. Have a healthy fear for Yah. I can imagine when Noah preaching for 100 and how much odd years, that he was called everything from false prophet to quack to crazy man to psycho. You are always coming to preaching doom and gloom, flood coming. Where you get your vision from? Where you get your prophecy from? Who you? Flood coming. Oh well, don't preach about it just yet, because you might scare people. Flood coming. One message this man preached for 100 and something years and nobody listened. Cannot one person beside his family come on the boat. I guarantee you though, when the door shut, all them who calling him fast, prophet fast, this, quack, oh, listen, I guarantee all them eat the words. But it's too late. It's too late. I don't care about my feelings. I care about your soul. Let me just state for the record now. I am nothing. I am nobody. I am nothing and I'm nobody. Outside of Christ, I am nothing and nobody. But when I come here and I say, thus saith Yahuwah, and it's from the scriptures, nobody can tell me none. Once I don't lie on Abba Yah and his word, nobody can tell me none. Because I know what Abba Yah called me to do. One. Nothing else. One. Every day get up. One. You didn't want yesterday, you fail. One. You didn't want them today? One. Nothing else, you know. Every day, look, hey, it's the same food, same stew. What the name of this stew? Warning stew. But you need to preach more love. You need to preach more acceptance. Did Yahusha do that? Yeah, Yahusha come. Let me tell you something. Flee the wrath to come, you know. Straight. Repent, lest ye all likewise perish. Look, Yahusha so fed up with them sometime, you know. Like, verily, verily. I can't even say once. I gotta say twice. Verily, truly, truly. Verily, verily. But look, y'all come impressed about stone and building. Y'all so carnal. Look at you. Not one of these buildings go stand up. Huh? Y'all should call them vipers. Brood of vipers. Huh? Yeah, listen, you need to go and read the New Testament and see how Yahusha preach, you know. The majority of Yahusha's sermons were about warnings. Warning about hell, straight. And then the good things he will say is like, oh, the kingdom of heaven is like. And then what pursues after is a parable that is just dreadful. Kingdom of heaven is like a man sending his sons. Huh? And the sons are like the prophets, and they're just killing them one by one. Because nobody want to hear. The kingdom of heaven is like a great pearl that you find and you have to sell all. Who wants to sell all what they have? Who want to give up everything that they have? Look, everything Yahusha preach hard. So much so that the disciples left him. He had more than 12. Go read the scriptures. I look at the 12 that he chose first and say, will you leave me too? Come, saints are hard. You got to go hard. Because the devil going hard. So if you don't come harder, you're not going to make it. The devil don't sleep. He don't ease up. You get one victory today and your next problem tomorrow. Hey? Wait, you taking a nap? You taking a nap? You're allowing sin to come in and lie with you? What is it now? Are we fighting to win? Are you... Look, I remember Darby saying this thing, and it stuck with me. We are always on the defensive and never on the offensive when it comes to the kingdom of Yah. We're reactionary, you know? It's only when we get in trouble you want to pray and you want to fast. It's only when things are going well for you, you want to be circumspect and holy. Devil camp all around you. How for once you don't camp around him? How for once you don't go lean over in his camp with your soul? How you don't plot for him? How you don't plot for the evil? Plot for the sin in your life? Make a concerted effort. Look, just this week I come off of Facebook. I'm on so many good groups in Facebook, but Facebook is becoming a place now where you can't control pop-ups. You can't control pop-ups. You can't control what some people go post. And even in the so-called good groups, people post all kind of nastiness and they want to put Yahusha name behind it. So you're bombarded with filth. So I try defend. I tried delete. I tried hide and click and okay, let me snooze that for 30 days and no. Let me get on the offensive. The offensive. Come off. cut out. What eye no see, heart no grieve. That's what we love saying in the Caribbean, our own proverb. That is why you can't tolerate no kind of sin around you for too long, you know, and call yourself a child of the King, a child of Yah. Now the Satan just look at you and laugh. He said, look how long I had this sin in front of you dangling. Look how long I had this sin around you, you don't do nothing. Let me just set up shop. Let me just bring in some more people. Some more demons to just set up shop in your life. Because you refuse to deal with the things that beset you. So now the sin is not just a regular sin, it's a besetting sin. And you're not going nowhere. Hey? You go to a moray, you go to somebody and they cast out the demon today and they come back tomorrow because you don't really want change. Some of you. Because to change means you're going to have to take a hard look at yourself and realize that you are nothing and nobody without Christ. Most of us just too proud to admit that. So you attack people in the group. You attack the morays. You attack everybody because you don't want to look in the mirror and see yourself. You don't want to look and see yourself. You don't want to see that you're ugly. I'm not talking about a physical ugly, no, a spiritual one. You don't want to see that. There are a couple of times I had to look in the mirror and I saw the ugliness in me, you know. Oh, I was terrified. But hallelujah for that reflection. As I would not have changed. And many people want to attack other people and they never look in the mirror. That is what Yahusha meant when he talked taking the beam out of your eye before you can take the mole. It's not about no beam and no mole. It's about looking in the mirror, period. Because how else you gonna know about a whole beam in your eye unless you never look? But some of you don't want to look. You feel comfortable with what you have on. Nobody can critique you. Imagine a witch tell me after she done drop a word at me, I can't. If you calling to or you calling me to agree with what I said, no problem. But if you're calling to disagree and to condemn, don't waste your time. That's a high level witch. We expose evil wrong here, boy. You think we won't expose you? You know who you are. Don't come back. Keep far from me. So you not only don't want to look in the mirror, you don't want anybody to look at you, but you can judge and condemn other people. Listen, man. Listen. Look, I just come on to just tell people I'm back and I got into a whole soapbox here. Well, look, when I come here now, the Spirit take over. When I come on this platform, I know my role. I know what I have to do. And when I don't do it is when I get in trouble. This thing is bigger than me. And it's bigger than you. We have no time for grudges. We have no time for petty arguments. We have no time for small things that don't matter. Because our King is coming and hell is being enlarged at the same time. My goodness. Hell is being enlarged as we speak. Do you know what that phrase means? Hell being enlarged? That means that there are more people dying today than ever before. I told you the last time to go Google how much people on the average dead per day. And they're lying. They say it's 150,000 or 200,000. They're lying. It's more than that. It's way more than that. So can you imagine 300,000 people dying every day? Malachims have to be sent, demons have to be sent to gather them, for them to go to their respective places for an eternity. And the irony is, the Bible says, broad is the way that leads to destruction. It's not even a level playing field. Maybe half going so and half going. No. The road to life is so narrow that few there be that find it. And you worried about me? You think I am the problem? Because I'm warning you? And I'm telling you that there's pending doom and judgment to come? It's joking, make it, man. No. No. The problem is you don't want to look in the mirror. The problem is you don't want to believe that such a loving God is going to do what he said that he would do. You don't want to believe that. You don't want to believe that the judgment is coming for a nation that took another nation into slavery for 400 years and didn't pay us a cent. You don't want to believe that. Because you might be friendly with the nation. You might have some... The nation might be represented by a certain ethnic group. And you have many friends with them. Let me tell you something. You're not going to get this Moray to go preach nothing to make you comfortable. If that is the channel you're looking for, switch off. Go find the next one. Because that's going to be instant, in season, and out of season. I go reprove and rebuke and exalt with all long suffering. I go say, thus saith Yahuwah, and let every man be a liar. I don't care. I offend everybody. Because the truth is offensive. It's unabashed and unafraid. Look, unafraid of anybody, anything, any place. You think if they cut off my channel, is me that go lose? I'm here by the mercy and grace of Yah. He will find another way for me to get out the word. You don't realize that all of us are here and present by the mercy and grace of Yah. Did he wake you up? Did you wake up yourself this morning? This is time. You don't waste time fighting with people, you know. You don't waste time arguing with a fool. Let fools argue in their folly and let them be. Let them go a bit. Just go. Did Abia wake you up this morning? You don't know the struggle that happened last night that make you almost didn't come into this world, you know. The Bible said there are Malachims fighting every day. What do you think they're fighting for? It's your soul. You have angels guarding you right now. You don't even know what they did last night to make sure that you wake up this morning. You don't know what witch, what warlock, what evil ruach was sent to destroy you last night or yesterday. What is this at all? Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Look at Matthew chapter 6:34. Matthew chapter 6:34. Matthew chapter 6 verse 34. He said, take therefore no thought for the morrow. For the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient for the day. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. People never read that part. They're too tough, you know. They just read the first part. Take the no thought for tomorrow, because tomorrow can take care of yourself. A lot of people don't read this last part, you know. But you're trying to tell you in a very subtle way. You have no idea the evil that is after you every single day. I tell you at the start of this, Satan consistent. He not just consistent, you know. He persistently consistent. When you think he ease off, he's lowing you. Let me work something to catch her again. She's strong now, eh? Let me wait. Let me hold on. I'll catch him or her again tomorrow. Because his sole job is to kill you. That is why when Abba asks Hasatan, consider my servant Job, the one prerequisite that Abba said was don't kill him. Because that's the first thing Job would have done. Think Job, the Satan would have done to Job. You think Satan want to prove Job? Satan just want to kill him. Anybody Abba love, kill him. Anybody look like Abba, just kill them. Destroy them. Discredit them. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. But you're worrying about what you're going to wear, where you're going to go. And you don't know that you woke up this morning because Abba did not sign your death decree. He didn't give no evil spirit no charge over you. The angels still had charge over you to protect you and guard you and watch over you. People don't want to talk about these things. People don't want to talk about these things. How is it? Boy. Should I go there, yeah? Let me leave that alone. But family, I just want to continue to encourage you now. Because there's very few people in your life encouraging you in righteousness, you know. I'm not talking about the family member that said, have a good day today. I'm not talking about the friend that says, hey, you all right, you well, you good? You need anything? All them stuff good, you know. All them stuff wonderful. There are very few people in your life that speak to your spirit to be holy and to stay righteous. And in order for them to speak to your spirit, they're going to have to tell you some things you don't like. Because every day we are faced with evil. And it's very easy to attach ourselves to that evil. Very, very easy. So the detachment process is not an easy one. Ask those people who were addicted to devices or vices what it means to be accountable. If you're a drug addict, your best friend is not the person that can supply you with the drugs. Your best friend is the friend that know all your antics. What are you doing in my house? What are you doing? Coming to thief to go buy drugs? And they might actually say it out loud. You might actually get offended because, you know what? They might be telling the truth. But how dare they tell me that? No, because they want to make sure I don't fall again. especially if your drug addiction ruined the family. You're going to need somebody around you to keep you accountable. This is why I don't understand how you say you're a friend, you're a loved one, you're a family, but you want to keep accountable from far. And don't tell. So you see me going over the cliff and you're not wanting me. You see me going on the road, a wrong road, you're not wanting me. You're a friend from a distance, no, you're an enemy. You're probably a witch because you're plotting my demise. But you love the brethren. May Abba give us discerning spirits to know who is around us. You're not going to always know everybody. Can't swear for nobody. Don't even swear for me. Pray for me. This is why Yahusha said, pray for them that despitefully use you and abuse you. They don't know no better, you know. Pray for them. Because they don't get it. They don't understand that their actions have consequences. You think you can just talk and malign and debase people and there are no consequences? Especially those who are of the household of faith. Abba is going to judge you. That is evil. Even when I came out of the Christian church, I don't have nothing to say about no pastor and call him by no name. Not even the Malachims come and cuss the devil. Yahusha rebuke you. Very careful how you put your mouth on people and yas people at that. Be very careful. Oh my goodness. We are living in a time that these are the last days for real, you know. Because the Bible says in the last days, we're going to be lovers of ourselves. And we're not going to have no love for no fellow man. We're going to wax cold. Huh? It's going to wax cold. We honestly feel as if we can just, you know, boy, have a relative way to love people and think that we're doing the right thing. Is equivalent to seeing a man that is really destitute and down, and you think because you go and give him $5, you did a good thing. And you might see the man again tomorrow, you know, and you don't want to give him $5 again, okay? It's disgusting. And you honestly think that you're making a change and making a difference in his life because you went to give him $5. But you're not going to dig down. Okay, let me take out this $100 here. Let me dig a little deep and try and help this man. Because he really needs some help. Sometimes you can't do it. No, if you can't, you can't. No, but when you can, do it now. That's real love. But today now, we pat ourselves on the back for stuff that we shouldn't do. We give ourselves a pass for things that we should. We have the world to say about people and nothing to say about yourself. Hello, I tell a witch write a whole essay for me. And she didn't say nothing about herself. Well, it's already for me, well, for somebody else. And nothing was said about herself because I guess she's perfect. But the thing she said about herself was the things in which we like to highlight how good we are and how circumspect we are in the faith. I'm lost at how people can be so bold in ungodliness and then call themselves believers. Have a watchful eye, family. Be careful who you bring around you. Be careful who you bring around you. Have a watchful eye. When you see something, especially evil, you have to expose it. I don't mean bring down nobody. But one of the things you have to learn is that the devil loves when sin is hidden. Because it's not exposed. I'm not saying to tell everybody a secret. But the Bible said, look, man, if you have art with a brother or sister, there's a way to handle things, Because Abia wants to make sure that the wiles and the traps of the enemies are exposed early so that there's no dysfunction in the family. Because if the devil gets to start to poison one mind, two can get poisoned, then three, then four. And then you have an art with somebody, and then two persons get up and have an art, three persons. Because a little leaven was allowed to get leavened. And now the whole lump wicked. Because you didn't deal with the matter correctly. Listen, man, we got to learn to love each other according to the scripture. Love does not mean you turn a blind eye to sin. But love means I'm going to care for you enough to tell you the truth. I'm going to respect you enough to let you know what's on my mind. This last generation is the weakest. And I'm a part of it. Because there's stuff, look, I'm telling you, we don't know how to relate to people. Because we don't have a heart for people. Everybody's for themselves. It's the worst. So people will say things like, well, this is how I am and that's how I stay, so just deal with it. This is how I talk, that's how I stay, so just deal with it. I don't have, no. It's not what you feel. It's what the scriptures say. Is either your word is true? This is why I am unabashed when it comes. Look, once I go in outside of this word, you have all right to attack me. But once I am in the truth, no. Don't shoot the messenger, man. If you have a problem, take it up with the Father. That's what the scriptures say. But many of you want to tear out certain page out of the Bible. Many of you, I will give you specific instructions how to deal with the matter. And you say A, B, C, D. Some of you want to jump from A to D before you do A, B, C, D. Or some of you don't want to do with B, nor C, so that's why you went to A to D. This is why the pastor said, when you see I boast, the pastor Paul, look, is I know I can boast, You don't have to tell me because I'm a scholar, be bright bad. That's what the pastor Paul said, But look, when you say I boast, I'm very careful how I boast, I boast in Christ. Because once I'm in the truth, nobody can tell me nothing. So I don't understand. How is it that you see the truth? The name of this ministry is called Berean, Berean for a reason. Because I want people to examine every single word I say. Even on my own lessons, I want, challenge me to what I say. Because I'm very careful when you hear I am presenting the scriptures. But most times, You know what happened? People get offended because in their feelings. Did the word really say that the Gentile nations are going to be judged? Did it really say that? What y'all on them people so? That is what you're taking an offense to? I remember Malachi telling the prophet, why are you so worried about your own people and their Latin? Why are you so worried about the Gentiles and their Latin life? Worry about yourself. Worry about your standing with Abaya. The prophet said, look, when I saw now what was to come of these Gentiles, boy, I realized that their Latin is this life. I done cussing to Abaya about them. Because he took the Malachim, allowed him to go look in the mirror. Then he saw something different. Saw something different. But many of you are here not reflecting and projecting still. But for those of you who are reflecting on your life, reflecting on how far Abaya has brought you from and what he's carrying you through, you're going to walk and sojourn this life in fear. It's a respectful fear too. Because you know Abaya is good. So you're going to know how to be holy. You're going to be holy because you know this is right and just. You love him. Because it cost him everything. His precious blood. So we careful how we treat each other. We careful how we... Listen, the whole commandments is summed up into two things, you know. Oh, my. And the two common themes about the commandments, all the commandments, is love. Love the Father with all your heart, mind, body, and soul. 2, love your neighbor as yourself. What? Israelite, you have a problem with this. Love your neighbor as yourself. But my neighbor look a little conceited, you know. My neighbor look like, you know. My neighbor look like they're full of themselves, you know. Love your neighbor as yourself. My neighbor look like they're like overbearing. And they talk too much. My neighbor look like they're like selfish and they love your neighbor as yourself. Because when you start to reflect, you know, when you start to really look in the mirror, you know, and you see who you are, and what are you comparing yourself to? They compare themselves to themselves. What are you comparing yourself to? Another man or to Yah? Because when you see Yah and you see you, it's very easy for you to love your neighbor as yourself. Because you know what you see in others, your inadequacies and your faults and your the very things that you do to others, they do. Some of them even do it to you. And you start to realize, there go I, but for the grace of Yah, you know, I have to learn to love. Especially those that look like me and were traumatized like me in the slavery. especially as black people, we as men, oh my. As men, we don't know how to love each other because most of us grew up in homes with no father. That's a direct effect of slavery. Our enemy designed that our fathers would not be there. So we don't really understand the term brotherly love. That is why most of the young men join gangs, because they think that is love. The gangs right here in the Caribbean, what, Trinidad, Jamaica, out of hand. Little Antigua here, out of hand with gangs too. Can you imagine? Because the men give them a false sense of replaced fatherhood. False sense of security. By telling them, oh, well, no other man was there for you, but we will be there for you. Just as long as you steal like us, and you rape like us, and you kill like us, and, commute, blood in and blood out. So they beat you in the same way, because it's all about blood. And the only how you coming out is if we might put you in a body bag. Blood out. So, most men, we don't know how to love each other. I mean, really love each other with a brotherly love. You look out for your brother. Take care of your brother. When your brother angry, you angry. When he happy, you happy. Pray for him. Weep with him if there's something... we don't know, because to show that sort of affection, oh, your auntie man, you're soft, or your mama's boy, or we come off with this tough bravado, so we hide our emotions, and that's why now suicide is high among men. Young men. They can't cope. And nobody there to talk to them, to tell them there's another way. That's why the prisons are so full, because in order for them to express themselves now, they use their hand. And so abuse up among women. Child abuse up. Back then, some men would settle matters with their fists. No, they gone to knife. Children now are taking up knives, especially the boys. Notice carefully, mostly it's the boys. Because the devil after the men. And he devised a plan to take out the men. Because the men are the rulers of the house and the home. So if I destroy the man, there's no house. There's no home. It's just a mother struggling. Trying to raise a boy into a man. And the women have their issues too. Because daddy not there either. Lord have mercy. So now all of a sudden rape is up. And the men would, it's consensual, because these young women are going after older men. Sometimes to fulfill a sick fantasy, they want to buy a phone, whatever the case may be. The society that we live in is demoralized. And it's getting worse. It's getting worse. Because there's no holiness. I don't know if you realize, especially here in the Caribbean. When's the last time you went to a wedding? Boy. The sister-in-law of St. Vincent said there were only 2 weddings last year in a whole year. 2. 1, 2. Especially now it's pandemic, now you have a reason now to invite so much people and spend so much money in the wedding, But nobody want to get married, nobody want to covenant and commit. People rather shack up. We are in the last of the last days. Nobody wants to be holy. You can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them that's wrong. Because now, the trans people have more rights than you. So if if that is the level of morality that the politicians are pushing for, why should I get married? So no children are having children. Back in the day, you used to be ashamed to go to school and you get pregnant. No, it's a badge of honor. And so you're wondering why, when we come together as a body of believers, so-called, you expect us not to have issues? Some of you are raised in homes with no fathers. Some of you are raised in homes with broken families. You don't know how to respect authority. You don't know. So most times, all of us need to be retaught. So you have to be patient with people. How can you expect to go join a group or a family and think everybody gonna be perfect like you? Look, I used to listen to, look, my old pastor, if it's one thing he always say, right, you know, if it's, I got to give him credit for this one. My old pastor, in my old Baptist church, he always say this, you know. Got to give him credit for this one. Anytime you are looking for a perfect organization and you join one, it mash up because you're not perfect. Let that sink in for a while. So you have a bunch of broken people, and the one thing we have in common, or should have in common, is the precious blood of Hamashiach. That pushes us to do what? Be holy. Because that blood is holy. He is holy. He is perfect. So what are we going together to do? We're going to gird our lines of our mind and be sober. Now, you know what we're watchful for? You know why we have to be sober? Because we have to watch. Because now that we're a family, the devil is going to look to try to get in to mash it up. Ah, boy. The devil is going to try his best to mash up that union. So this is why we have to be sober. You can't be naive. You cannot fashion yourselves according to the lust of the farmer lust in your ignorance. You're supposed to know better now, man. You're supposed to know better. So here what? Careful what you say. Oh my. Careful what comes out your mouth. Because life and death is in the power of a tongue. Oh my. You know, when you talk, you put in work. You think it's just when you use your hands? Listen, every idle word, every word is recorded in the Shamayim. This is why right after this conversation piece, the scripture talks about judging every person according to his work. I'm warning right now, I'm putting in work. Same how if you are casting down somebody's name and reputation with your mouth, you're putting in work too, and you're going to be judged for it. You're going to be judged for it. Well, my good, I can't believe I'm this long. I can't believe I stayed this long. But I'm going to leave it there. Family, I'm back. By the grace of Yah, I'm back. Look out for me again tomorrow, Yah's willing. Shalom, family. Shalom, all of you.
The root of all wisdom is the fear, yeah. If you wanna live longer, then fear, yeah. You'll obtain this love.